Hey YouTube, welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. My name is Michael Mello and I'm going to be your host today. And if you haven't already, you should be following us on social media at Top 10 Beyond the Screen. Link is in the description. So you may be asking, why should you be following us on Instagram? Well, let me tell you, it's because we have a contest going on and you can win some money, and everyone likes free money. So go to our Instagram for all the details. And if you're new here, hit that sub button and turn on your notifications so you never miss another Beyond the Screen video. Coworkers. You either love them or you hate them. But most of the time it never gets to the point where you're forbidden from working together. Well, the same can't be said about this list of Hollywood actors. Today on Beyond the Screen, we're counting down the top 10 actors who are forbidden from working together. Starting off our list at number 10 is Charlie Sheen and Selma Blair. After being fired from his popular sitcom 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen found himself in a new show called Anger Management, to which he starred alongside Selma Blair. Apparently, drama began when Blair criticized Sheen's lack of professionalism and horrible work ethic to the show's executives, claiming he was always late and took forever to learn his lines. Upon hearing this, Sheen retaliated by giving the producers an ultimatum: either he stays or she goes. Selma was fired from the show, to which she sued Sheen and Lionsgate for an unjust firing. However, Lionsgate's response was, Blair was going to be written off the show anyways, because America didn't want to see Charlie with just one girlfriend. Yep. That's the actual statement. In at number 9, we have LL Cool J and Jamie Foxx. Now this one gets really wild because the police had to be called. LL Cool J and Jamie Foxx were together on a football drama called Any Given Sunday. Even though they were meant to play rivals on screen, it seems it sparked a real rivalry off screen. Now the claims are different according to the source, but it's believed that LL Cool J punched Jamie Foxx in his helmeted face without warning and then began to hit him in the back of the head. Foxx then turned around, hit him right in the face, and so the production crew called the local police. No charges were actually pressed on either of the two, but LL Cool J did release a diss track for Jamie on his 2000 album Greatest of All Time. Shia LaBeouf and Alec Baldwin take the number 8 spot. Now it's fair to say we've done a lot of videos about Shia, and a majority of them confirm that he's a little crazy. Well, he definitely showed it when he was on set with Alec Baldwin in their Broadway production of Orphans. Baldwin claims that Shia came to set with a jailhouse mentality and began to send Baldwin videos where he was reciting entire scenes from memory. LaBeouf eventually told Baldwin that he was slowing him down, to which Baldwin then asked to be removed from the show altogether. Producers then made the call to fire Shia instead, to which Shia admits he actually started following Baldwin home after he got fired from the play. Yeah. I think Shia should just be forbidden from working with anyone ever again, but in this case he should specifically not be allowed to work with Alec Baldwin. At number 7 we have Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. Say it ain't so! The Dirty Dancing pair had unbelievable chemistry on camera, but it's sad to say in real life their relationship was pretty heated, and not in a good way. Swayze revealed in his autobiography that Miss Grey was too much of a baby. We did have a few moments of friction when we were tired after a long day of shooting, he wrote, adding that she seemed particularly emotional, sometimes bursting into tears if someone criticized her. Other times she slipped into silly mood swings, forcing us to do scenes over and over again when she'd start laughing. Later in his autobiography, Patrick Swayze complains about how annoying Jennifer had become, as she did not understand how exhausted he was from having to pick her up constantly after she kept ruining takes. Number 6, James Franco and Tyrese Gibson. James Franco, similar to that of Shia LaBeouf, is well known for his approach to method acting. While filming Annapolis with Tyrese Gibson, Franco refused to break character. Considering the film is about a new naval recruit who eventually faces off with his commanding officer, we can kind of understand why being around Franco during this time could get a little tedious. Apparently when the two would practice their fight scenes, Franco would full on hit Gibson even though they were just practicing. Tyrese told James to lighten up, but the actor never did. Gibson went on record to say, "I never want to work with him again," and I'm sure he feels the same way. He even went on to say in his 2007 Elle interview that he wishes he could blow James Franco's house up. At the halfway point with The Rock and Vin Diesel. Now I for one for sure do not want to get into a fight with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and the same goes for Vin Diesel, but apparently the Fast and Furious castmates hate working together. In 2017, Johnson took to social media to criticize Diesel's work ethic, stating, "Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while while others don't. The ones that don't are too chicken shit to do anything about it anyways. Candy asses. TMZ reports that Johnson gets tired of Diesel's bad attitude while shooting, and Diesel's always showing up late to set. The two are still under contract to appear in some Fast and Furious movies, but they are never to be put in the same room to do press. And there's a reason for that. In at number 4, we have Will Smith and Janet Hubert. Okay, 90s sitcom lovers, you'll know this one, because mysteriously after 3 seasons on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Aunt Vivian, who was played by Hubert at the time, was recast with Daphne Maxwell Reid. The reason for the recast? Well, apparently Hubert and Will Smith did not get along at all. Smith said in an interview, "I can say straight up that Janet Hubert wanted the show to be the Aunt Viv of Bel-Air show." Co-star Alfonso Ribeiro, who played Carlton on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, went on to call Hubert nuts, with Hubert firing back, claiming Smith had gotten her fired when all she did was stand up to him, as she refused to be reprimanded by him. Years later, Janet called Will an asshole and an egomaniac in an interview, with Will responding saying she's brilliant as an artist. Michele and Naya Rivera take it at number 3. Fox's hit show Glee gave us some amazing powerhouse talent, 2 of those being Michele and Naya Rivera. In her memoir, Sorry Not Sorry, Rivera wrote about Michele, saying, "We were both strong-willed and competitive, not just with each other, but with everyone, and that's not a good mix." She continued, noting that Michele, who played the lead role on Glee, wasn't pleased with sharing the spotlight as Naya's character, Santana, began to get bigger storylines and more screen time. It got so bad to the point that the two refused to speak a word to each other for the final season of Glee, so writers had to shrink Naya's role, which rumors have said was at the request of Leah. Coming close to the end, we have Robert Downey Jr. and Terrence Howard at number 2. Now, it goes without saying that Robert Downey Jr. is essentially King Marvel. Especially if you've seen Endgame, you know he's really helped shape the MCU world by playing Iron Man. However, back when it all started, his co-star Terrence Howard was expected to star alongside him for 3 Marvel films. Howard was dumped by the franchise and replaced with Don Cheadle in the sequel. Why, you may ask? Well, apparently Robert Downey Jr. asked for a pay raise after Iron Man 1, so Marvel had to make some budget cuts, and they offered to cut Howard's salary drastically, which left Howard furious, and thus he was replaced. Iron Man himself has never stated anything about the situation. However, Terrence Howard has noted that if it wasn't for him, Robert would not have played the beloved superhero. So we think it's safe to say that someone's a little bitter with their ex-co-star. Last but not least, in at number 1, we have Bill Murray and Lucy Liu. Okay, so these two are some powerhouse names in Hollywood, both whom have earned their respected names on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And they're both reportedly really nice people, so it's crazy to think that they're forbidden from working together again. Well, in the movie franchise Charlie's Angels, Bill Murray played Bosley, the assistant to the mysterious Charlie, while Lucy Liu played one of Charlie's angels, Alex. Essentially, while on set, Bill Murray disliked Lucy Liu's acting so much that he turned to each of the Charlie's Angels, pointing at Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore, and said, "I get why you're here, and you've got talent." And then he turned to Lucy Liu and said, "But what the hell are you doing here? You can't act." This enraged Lucy Liu so much that she began to attack Murray, and security had to be called to separate the two. The feud was so bad that Bill Murray was recast in the Charlie's Angels sequel and went on record to say that the movie's director deserved to die pierced by a lance. With that, we've reached the end of our list. This has been the top 10 actors who are forbidden from working together. Are you surprised by the list? Let me know in the comment section below and leave me something fun so I can respond to your comments in our next video. As always, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss another video, and follow us on social media so you can enter a money contest. And until next time, I'm Michael Mello. Have a good one.